Well, there's the tail of the tape, and you can see the physical advantages, Richie Woodall, that Tyson Fury has. I'm not sure whether the hairs on the back of everybody's neck has actually settled down yet.
Incredible. But yeah, 6'9", 6'4", and that reach is the big one, 85 to 78. That's massive.
Well, it's a record-breaking night in so many ways, from the attendance here at Wembley Stadium to the purse bid it took to secure it. But after all the hype, all the discussion, it comes down to 12 rounds between a man who was born to fight against a man who's had to fight. The people's champion against the underdog. Maybe Tyson Fury's last fight, and maybe Dillian Whyte's greatest night. What an occasion. Don't take your eyes off it.
Start is going to be crucial for both boxers. Fury will be looking to just establish that jab. It's actually Dillian Whyte who's come out as a southpaw, so that is the first big surprise. But I think, as I said before, pace is going to be crucial early on.
Everything on the line tonight. WBC Ring Magazine Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the World here at Wembley. First solid shot landed by the champion Tyson Fury. First solid right hand went in from Tyson Fury, right into the jaw of Dillian Whyte. Fury poking out that piston-like jab. Final few seconds of the first round. The atmosphere in here is absolutely unbelievable. Such a big man, Tyson Fury, with those long levers. He's so difficult to get close to. Dillian Whyte, if he's going to win tonight, has to find a way to do that.
Got to quicken the feet up for me, Dillian Whyte. Dillian just a little bit out of range for me. Probably has to double that jab up, Fletch. Just being caught, you see, at range. You see, nah, it's better. Well, he wasn't better. He's actually got to close that gap down, which he did there, but he's got to find the shots to hit the target.
Dillian Whyte swinging away. Nothing pretty, but he hopes it's going to be effective. But he took a solid right hand through the guard there, Dillian Whyte, from Tyson Fury.
Pace is crucial, and it's suiting Fury at this stage. He's controlling the pace with that jab, controlling the distance. So there's got to be an injection of pace from Dillian Whyte.
A sneaky left hand got through there from Tyson Fury that just made Dillian Whyte blink, and when he gets him on the ropes, he wants to flail away and try and land a big shot.
And that big right hand there looked like someone bowling back in the 70s. That missed by a mile. Tyson called him a good left hand. Right now, Tyson is dominating like in the old days with big left jab.
This is what Dillian Whyte has got to do. He's got to rough Tyson Fury up. He's got to then find the gaps on the inside. Now that's very difficult to do because Fury's a very strong man. He can tie you up on the inside. But look again, he's starting the attacks a little bit too far out, a little bit too slow with the feet, allowing Fury just to bring him onto punches.
Well, the crowd cheered that left hook that landed from Tyson Fury, but he took it on the gloves, Dillian Whyte. It's a good shot from Tyson Fury. The crowd cheering everything that gets landed here.
Right hand from Fury. Using that height and reach well. This is where Dillian Whyte's got to try and do a little bit more. It's difficult. Oh, look at this now, Fletch.
Yeah, just caught Tyson Fury on the break, didn't he? He's not happy about that at all. Dillian Whyte was the aggressor. He's going to get a ticking off as well.
He's got more problems. He's got a cut on that right eye.
Fury mixing up the attacks to head and body at the moment. Minute to go in the fourth. Good body shot from Fury.
Clever work that was from Fury. Well, I spoke about it being a frustrating night. It could be a frustrating night for Dillian Whyte, and at this stage it is, Fletch. He just can't seem to close that gap down.
Well, that's the end of another one, and it's very, very messy in there, Steve.
And the clash of heads is a clash of heads. Dillian Whyte doesn't do that intentionally. He gets cut. There's a bit of elbowing going in. That's what Tyson was really upset about, the elbow. The clash of heads, fair. The elbow, now that's illegal, Richie.
That's nice work from Fury. On the outside. Two shots downstairs, then back long distance again.
Two really sharp body shots in there from the champion. Dillian Whyte came back with one of his own. Tyson Fury still keeping the distance between the two of them, which is making it virtually impossible for Dillian Whyte to let the punches go and land anything of real significance. Fury going for the body, talking to Dillian Whyte, goading Dillian Whyte. Looks like he might just want to raise the pace a bit, Tyson Fury now.
Just occasionally switching downstairs, and it's a shot that Dillian Whyte's not expecting.
Dillian Whyte has been the mandatory challenger since 2017. He's had to do everything the hard way, and if he does win the heavyweight title tonight, he's going to do it the hard way again. It's followed him right the way through his life, which reads like a Hollywood script, but he might have been stunned there by that Tyson Fury punch, and he's going to try and fight back now, Dillian Whyte. Certainly think that one got through from Fury that did some damage.
Again, Tyson just ties right up on the inside. To land shots in at close quarters when you've got Tyson Fury just leaning on you and just holding you, grabbing you, tying you up. Difficult, and Dillian Whyte is experiencing the problems that most fighters do against Tyson Fury. It's that gap. You can't close that gap without getting a hit. That's why you need the head movement, you see.
Well, that's the end of 5 rounds. Steve Bunt.
5 rounds, Tyson Fury's controlling them, he's not dominating them, he's just controlling them. He's just doing enough, because Dillian Whyte is just not doing enough. You know, Richie's been asking since the first round for Dillian to get a bit closer, to double up the jab, to show a shot on them for a right.
Let's quickly hear from Lennox Lewis, who's with us.
No doubt that Fury's winning the fight. There's no lot in the rounds. But like Steve says, he's just doing enough to win them. And Dillian Whyte just isn't doing quite enough, as Steve said, to get over the line on these rounds for me.
The longer this goes like this, the more desperate you think that Dillian Whyte will have to become. Tried that chopping right hand from a mile away there and missed it by just about as far. Tyson Fury keen to talk in his ear and tell him all about it.
Well, I should imagine, you know, at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte will be expecting that, expecting a few mind games in the ring itself from Fury.
Tyson Fury fighting Tyson Fury's fight at the moment, and Dillian Whyte's got to find a way to change the pattern. Fury with the uppercut! What a punch! The right uppercut! Dillian Whyte flat on his back at Wembley Stadium with an absolute peach of a punch. He beats the count, but he doesn't know where he is. The bell might know it's off. It's called off. It's all over. And Tyson Fury defends the WBC Ring Magazine and Lineal Heavyweight Championship with the punch of his life. What a punch! Right uppercut. Dillian Whyte never saw it. He felt it and he couldn't recover from it. And 94,000 people were here at Wembley Stadium to see it. Tyson Fury still the champion. What a finish.
What a peach of a right uppercut that was, and it was totally unexpected. I don't think anyone was expecting that shot. It came from nowhere. Dillian Whyte certainly wasn't, Steve, and he was banged on the button, and he got up, but there was no way he was going to recover from that.
He's been looking for shots all fight. He's been looking under elbows. He's been moving his head. His eyes have never left Dillian Whyte. He was looking for shots. No one expected it, except he knew he was going to deliver it.
Steve, he was knocked out or finished by an uppercut from Anthony Joshua. Dillian Whyte, he was finished by Alexander Povetkin with the same punch. He's susceptible to that shot. Tyson Fury waited for it, and when he let it go, Richie, my word.
Unbelievable. It's probably the first one they actually landed in the contest with the right uppercut. Peach of a shot, bang on the button.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 2 minutes 59 seconds in round number 6. Our referee in charge, Mark Lyson, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout, and still the undefeated WBC and lineal heavyweight champion of the world.